In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at these. These are LED neon rope lights. I'm going to be seeing how easy are they to install and are they worth the money. So first of all, let's have a look at the contents. There's lots of people selling this from that popular online store. I just selected this one because it was the cheapest one at the time and in 10 meters, which is about the length that I needed. Inside the box, we have an instruction leaflet. We have our rather plasticky and gaudy remote control here. Looks like it's already got a battery in because we've got one of those pull tabs to get it going. Down here we've got the plug. So we've got a UK 3-pin plug here with just one of those, like a barrel jack. That then obviously goes into this adapter, so power into here. That's going to be our IR receiver for the remote, so we'll have to obviously put that in line of sight if we're going to use this. And then the LED strip, this section here is going to go into there. So that's all the fundamental parts. And then what else do we have? We've got, well, that's just some adhesive tape. I'm guessing that's going to be to stick the box on somewhere so that it stays in position. And all of these clips. Now, looking at the reviews online, clips seem to be the biggest problem, because even though this rope light is well regarded in terms of how it looks, you have to fit it slightly differently to normal in terms of, I don't think it's flat, I think it's more of a vertical orientation, and a lot of people say the clips are really bad or they break. So before we go hurtling into the build, I thought, well, at least make sure everything works first. So here's the plug going in, and what you can see is it's a little bit stingy on the cable. It's maybe only about, maybe a meter in length, so it's actually quite short. So you're gonna need to bear that in mind with wherever you're putting it. That, as we mentioned before, goes into here, so that powers it on. And then fairly simply, just attach this into the end like so. So you're just gonna make sure you get the pins on the right side and push it in. And then I've got my remote control here. So turning it on, you can see that's in like an auto mode. We've got red, so I've got to point at the thing, haven't I? Red, green, blue. So what's really nice about this, and the reason I got these, is even though it has LEDs inside, it's not that kind of spotlighted effect you normally get. It casts the light really well. Now, the instructions don't tell you anything about the clips, and so another reason I wanted to put it on was to actually just double check which side it goes. And as we can see here, it's going to be this thicker section here where the clips are going to sit, and then we're going to slide it on top. And it also doesn't tell you anything about cutting it, but when on closer inspection, like most of them, if I can find the end of here or an example, you can see there's little lines just here going along. And from my experience, that is where you cut them. So I'll be taking that risk when I trim it to size if I need to. So now I've shown you that, I'm going to go and put the clips up on the back and then feed this through. Right, so we've got 31 of these little clips. So I'm going to be going behind there and going and clipping them all the way around. What I'm going to do is decide which plug I want it plugged into. I think it's probably going to be that one down there, because this one's going to be for games consoles and that one's going to be for some other bits and bobs. So one of the plugs down there, it's then going to basically go along the bottom all the way around, and then when I get to the end, I'll trim it off. These screws look really cheap and nasty, right? So I'm going to see if my drill chews it up. I've got a long drill bit, so I'll be using one of these, and that's just going to be to help with pushing it down in between the mouth, so holding it there and then forcing the bit down. But if it starts chewing these up, I'll just get my own. Alternatively, I think it's not that heavy. You could probably just put some double-sided tape on. Okay, that's everything set up now. I've taken a gamble by installing my IR here, because I kind of want it out of the way, and I'm hoping to just rely on the app. And I wanted to hide the joint. I didn't want this IR right in the middle, with the cables being obvious and this joint being obvious. So I've hidden it down here. Hopefully the beam will be able to hit it. It depends what I'm putting on here. Worst case scenario, I'll have to move it. And I was able to cut the cable, which I'll show you in the light again in a minute. Other than that, you can see just running all the way around the back. Around here, you get a better view in a minute. And are the screws good? No. Are they good enough? Yes, they are. So just be careful with them to avoid rounding them out. So I'm going to get myself out. I'm going to put this up against the wall and show you the final result. So here's the display pushed back to the wall now. And when you're straight on, you can't really see it. I've left a little bit of a gap. I might be pushing it a bit further just to give me clearances on plugs and things. You can see it running down there. And then if you look side on, you can see it sticking out as well. And that's because, as I mentioned earlier, it gets mounted kind of pointing out rather than being flat. I also showed how I cut this to length as well. If I can swap that around the other way. So see here, just cut it with a pair of scissors, and that was on the mark. I'll show you just on one of these. So just cut with the scissors there. Now I'm going to see if I can do one of those screen captures on my phone to show you the app. Okay, hopefully my screen's recording now. Fairly straightforward. The link in the manual didn't work, but if you go and search Lotus Lantern app, it will then take you to a download. Then loading up the app, you can see here, you basically just sync your device and then you have access to all these presets and the power on and off. So what you've got is the different presets along here, classics, there's styles, so these are all preset. You can get it to use music as well. And then you've got microphone and a schedule. So the schedule is something that I'll be interested in turning it on and off. What really disappoints me though is in here, they're all just presets. You can't actually make up your own. I wanted it to alternate between two different colors. You can't do that on here. All you can do is choose a preset, choose a speed and a brightness. So I'll show you that in action now. So I've got the room lights turned off, and using the app, I'm going to turn, well, first of all, I'm going to connect them and then turn the lights on. As we can see here, this is on the preset yellow, and as you can see as I go along these different presets, you can see it's all illuminating their presets, and there are also classics as well. Using that color wheel that I showed you, you can also rotate around. So I'm just scrolling around the color wheel now, and you see that some of them are a little bit more intense than others. See how that one's a little dimmer, and then some of them, for instance the blue, I found was a bit more vivid. And then you can, with the same settings, also reduce and increase the brightness as well. So that's full brightness there. Moving on to the style, this is where I mentioned, so for instance, this is a white strobe flash. So there, it's just strobing along. We've got things such as static green, static white. Here's one 3-color jumping change. Let's move that one. So we can see here, and if we slow it down, the jump is slower. And this is where I wanted it to fade between two. So all you've got is, I mean, look at that, it's going crazy. Red gradual change, this one is now, if I move on to here. So all of those settings. We can also move on to music, which I'm not going to play. Microphones on there as well. So I don't know if this would respond to my voice, and also the schedule. As well as that, so if I bring this back on, my remote control works well from this distance. I'm sat right back in the room, and if I kind of point in the general direction, you can see it turning on and off. And I'll just give you some lights to show you the control. So with the control, it's again all the very basic settings, but the disappointing thing is the DIY buttons where you're supposed to be able to set them don't work, and also these up and down arrows don't do anything either. And I just hope that once I put all my items on there and the shelves are full, I'll still actually be able to see some of this lighting after all this effort. So with that all said and done, I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so what's my thoughts on the LED neon rope lights? Well, I think for the small price of, I think, £23 I paid, you can't really complain with what you've got. The lights work really well. The way I've got mine set up are facing the wall. If I wanted them to be even brighter, I would have had to attach them to the wall rather than the back of the unit. So I'd get even more brightness there. So I certainly can't complain about the brightness. The ease of putting them together, well, it worked absolutely fine. Everything's functioning, fairly simple. It'd be nice if the cord on the power was a little bit longer than it is. The screws are pretty poor, but they are just about usable. So just use them with care. I could see if you were putting them in and removing them a few times, you definitely want to use your own screws, but not too bad. The instructions were a little vague. They certainly don't tell you about where to cut them. Not that I could see, and not clearly. And also the remote that it comes with has all of these, but virtually none of them work. But as I mentioned at the beginning, ease of installation, pretty straightforward, unless you're kind of behind one of these and you're giving yourself a foot to put it all together. But yeah, most people should easily be able to take on this task. And for the price, I think it's well worth the money to add a little bit of color to something like a display or a room. If you've enjoyed this video, you'll probably like the one up here, and also feel free to like or subscribe to support the channel. And until the next one, all the best, take care and see you.